chance for everyone.
All right, we are the Double Tap Show. We're here every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m., whether you like it or not. My name's Nephi Kaliki, and joining me in the studio, as usual, is my partner in crime, the Calling Ambulance guy, Mel.
Yo, Nephi. All right. What tush are we kicking today?
You know what? I think it's time for you to retire the word tush.
Tush, you think so?
Yeah, I think you should retire the word tush. Unless you're getting some tush, I don't want to kick it.
Well, okay, but okay. I'll have to come up with something new next week then.
Yeah.
Well,
You need a new catchphrase, Mel.
A new catchphrase?
You're famous for calling ambulance, but not for me. But I don't think you're going to be famous for let's kick some tush.
Well, what's it we do? That's what we're going to do. So let's do it, but not say let's kick some.
Let's kick some ass.
Ass, okay.
There you go.
I just thought that's not as
Everybody
funny.
needs to discipline their
Yeah,
donkey.
Right, okay. All right, go.
So guess what, Mel?
Yes.
Super excited to announce that on July 12th at Stoney's Rockin' Country, I'm making my comedic debut for the Great Republican Roast.
Republican Roast.
The Great
Okay.
Republican Roast. We're going to take some of the leaders in the Republican Party, some running for office, some in office, and what's even more interesting is some of the special characters we have in the party that are really actually, they're not running necessarily for anything, or they've run for a bunch of things, but they're just funny characters that really give color to the party. For people that don't really follow what we do, like on a local level, we're an interesting bunch. There's a lot of material. There's a lot of material for some of the people in the party, and so we wanted to open it up to roast everybody. All right, from the top to the bottom. We're going to roast everyone from Chairman Michael McDonald all the way down to the janitor. Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Right.
Why not roast everybody? It's all fair, right?
Well, yes, of course. Again.
Now, those of you that may not know what kind of goes on behind the scenes, the Republican Party's been, they've kind of been fighting with each other, some infighting and sibling rivalry, if you will. And it's built up a lot of tension. And so it was interesting how the Great Republican Roast came to be, because I was sitting there in the meetings hearing people scoffing at stuff and not everybody agreeing on what's going to get done or not get done or what's been done. And I thought, man, we need to call people out, and we need to have it out. Either go out in the back alley and like the movie Anchorman, right? Settle it with the other news team. Or have a roast. And it turns out that at the same time I was thinking about that, Chairman Jesse Law, the Clark County Republican chair, was having the same idea, to have a roast, because people were a little frustrated with him. And so he thought, well, same thing I thought. Let's let people get it out of their system and, do it constructively, heal with laughter. But I thought, well, we need to do that for everybody, because I think all of us want to box each other's ears. And we need to settle that, because we're about to go into a very critical 2024 election where especially what's on the table are guns. Guns are definitely on the chopping block, and we need to rally. And so I thought the same thing, man, let's do a roast. And so I called it the Great Republican Roast, and we're planning it as an annual event, and then open it up to everybody. If there's good material, we want to roast them, right? Because everybody in good fun. And what was really awesome, Mel, was that how willing people like Michael McDonald and Jesse Law are to really kind of be good sports and understand that, laughter's a great way to heal, to kind of get it out. I think laughing and punching it out have the same result, the same end result in resolving things.
Yeah, well, that's awesome that they're going to be there. You say to get roasted. It just shows great sport. They're great. McDonald, a great sport to agree to this, I think, and it's a great leadership. I mean,
Yeah, well,
but
I respect it.
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I was just, doing it as a roast is better than doing it as a scrap in the back alley.
Well, right, yes.
So I'm excited about this because, over the years, Mel, how much have I got in trouble for cracking jokes?
Oh, a lot. Yes, of course. That's you.
So it just makes sense that, I can't get in trouble for this one because it's clearly a roast.
Well,
right?
It's made to be funny, and, well, you're going to make it funny. And
Of course it's going to be funny.
The material, you have lots of material probably to work on. That's for sure. And there's nobody in this town that's better to do it than you. Because you were born for this, weren't you? Do you agree with that?
Man, I've been roasting people since I was a little
that's
kid.
That's right, since you were a little kid. But then you were using real matches, probably. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm excited about this, and I have to give McDonald and Jesse Law kudos because, if I could see if you were going to go out there and put up a few people in a roast that you controlled and they were written kind of like soft pitches, but to be willing to go all the way and let a professional and let somebody like me with a reputation for, really being, kind of brutal with jokes, to let me do it really shows a lot of character, a lot of sportsmanship, and a willingness to put it all out there to heal the party for the greater good of the party and to let everybody get it out. If you want to get it out all the way, look, I'll even let Kaliki roast me, right? Because we've all had our differences, but being willing to do that really make me change my mind about some of the positions I've had on maybe how some people in the party may not, be true to a particular cause or not. But being willing to get roasted by me, that takes balls. It takes balls. It shows a willingness to unite the party at the expense of a few laughs, and that you're not you're being selfless and willing to do something in the interest of other people and take one for the team kind of thing. So I have to congratulate Jesse Law and McDonald and some of the other people out there that are, they know they're going to get roasted. Some people that I'm close to, some of the characters, Mel. Katrine Ivanov, running for a state assembly. She's, foreigner, she's not native to this country, and she had a campaign slogan. She'd tell everybody, I want to go to the state and kill pedophiles. That was her slogan. I want to kill pedophiles. How can you not roast that, Mel?
Well, but I agree. Well, no, what are you saying?
But as a campaign slogan?
As a campaign slogan, it's kind of
morose.
Wow, you have the words. But that is absolutely correct, though.
Now, people, I'm going to open the phone lines up because I want people to give some feedback on who they would like to see get roasted.
Yes.
So the phone lines for the station are 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-5396. And so call in if you have some suggestions about who needs to get roasted. Some of the other people, Mel. City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. How can you not roast a woman whose last name is Seaman?
That's, again, right, but that's wrong.
Yeah, but that's material.
But that's
it just
material.
writes
No,
itself.
it's never. I'm sure it's never happened before to her, right? Is that what you're saying, too? Or
probably not. Probably not. People probably a little bit too chicken to do it, but...
Oh, that's a good point. But not you. Oh, not you.
What are you going to do? Take away my birthday? At this point, I'm willing not to have any more birthdays, so I don't care, Right, but if it's all in good fun and it's all for the cause of uniting us through laughter, I promise you this, Mel. After this night, people are gonna got that. It's like having a good cry, having a good laugh has the same effect, and people are just gonna feel better. All of a sudden, they're gonna be forgiving people their grievances, and they'll be like, you know what? Why were we even fighting in the first place? That was kind of stupid. And we need to get together on the same page before we go into this 2024 election, or otherwise, otherwise.
You've heard the expression "laughter is the best medicine." You've heard that.
I have.
Yeah, it's so true. So let's go to this thing. Let's do it and have a lot of laughs.
Yeah, Mel,
and a lot of medicine.
Mel, how many over the years? That's all we do is joke with each other.
Yes. At mostly my expense. Is that what we're saying, too? Oh, here's a good question for you, Nephi. Who's roasting you?
Well, there's somebody going to be calling in here in a minute that is called me and told me, he says, I'm gonna roast you. And I was like, bring it. Bring it.
Because if I tried to do it, I'd wind up in jail, maybe.
No, I don't mind at all. Look, I'm not thin-skinned. No. If I was thin-skinned, I would never be doing none of this stuff. I'm not thin-skinned.
You're not thin-skinned.
So we're gonna go to a quick break, Mel. But I want to take a moment to make sure that people know about the sponsors that support us. And what I have here in my hands that you can't see on the radio, but it's the SafeGunlock.com. It's a device that allows you to safely secure your weapon. For your handgun. It goes down in the barrel and you twist it and bam, it's the same as it being in a safe. And trust me, folks, in the 2024 elections coming up, people are going to be forcing the issue of securing your weapons. And if your gun gets lost and then falls in the hands of a criminal, they're going to charge you as the owner of that gun. So the beauty of the Safe Gun Lock is you could use it and it secures it, and they'd have to destroy the gun in order to use it. So the information on this is at safegunlock.com, and we'll be right back after the break.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and make all sorts of unforgettable memories that make summer, summer. Like cruising in a Camry to enjoy some ice cream by the beach. Before getting attacked by a flock of hungry seagulls.
It's yours! Take it! Toyota. Let's go places. Event ends May 31st. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary.
Visit your Southern Nevada Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Tired of scale buildup? It's Claire Beverly. Reduce hard water headaches with a LifeSource home water system for longer-lasting appliances and showers that shine. It's easy. No filters, no salt, no maintenance. They install it so you can enjoy it. Call on the source. LifeSource. Own a LifeSource water system for $75 a month on approved credit. Call 888-725-1181 to speak with a factory rep. 888-725-1181. LifeSourceWater.com.
Attention Nevada residents. Education is key to unlocking your potential and achieving success. Unfortunately, 16% of Nevada students do not graduate high school, leaving them at a disadvantage. But there is hope. The Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy, a voluntary and tuition-free educational program offered by the National Guard, is here to help. Using a military model and an 8-core component curriculum, the Academy is dedicated to reclaiming the potential of disproportionately affected youth. The program is designed for those who are dedicated to becoming a better version of themselves. For more information or to talk to the admissions team, please visit our website at battlebornyouthchallenge.org. That's battlebornyouthchallenge.org. This message is sponsored by Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
It kind of set me back a little bit education-wise.
I think personally it just changed the way I looked at medicine.
As a people, we have to work together.
Health is a right for all.
We get through it together.
We can find common ground.
We are resilient.
Adaptable.
COVID taught us health matters.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
My son stopped talking to me. He didn't want to leave his room.
I didn't feel like talking to anyone. I just wanted to be alone.
I was really worried about my daughter. She was angry all the time.
I felt so depressed.
I was really worried about my daughter. I couldn't do anything right. I was always getting yelled at.
My son told me he wanted to hurt himself. I was so scared.
I was feeling hopeless. It was all too much.
We needed help.
We needed help.
We needed help.
We needed help.
I needed help.
I called the Mobile Crisis Response Team, and we met with them that same day.
A crisis team came to my house and helped me talk to my parents about how I was feeling.
I called the Mobile Crisis Response Team. They met with us that day.
I talked to them about how I was feeling, and it really helped.
Sometimes understanding what children are experiencing can be difficult. The Nevada Children's Mobile Crisis Response Team provides mental health intervention and support. Learn more at nocrisis.com. This message sponsored by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Baseball is in full swing. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to local coverage for the team you love, live stream your favorite sports radio station, or jump back and listen to the best segments on demand.
Don't forget, we talk to the manager every Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Don't listen to some guy from the other side of the country tell you about your team. Live conversations for your local team. No matter where you are, your season, your Odyssey. Get in the game and download the free Odyssey app today.
101.5 FM KDON.
Is your man a little sissy? If so, he may qualify for a free CCW. Go to our website at vegasccw.com and enter the code I'm a little bitch, and the free CCW class is yours. Present your bruises at the door and bam, you're in. vegasccw.com. Making the world a safer place, one little bitch at a time. All right, we are back. This is the Double Tap Show. My name is Nephi Kaliki, and we are here every Saturday from 2 to 3, whether you like it or not, bitches. So, Mel, you know what I got really excited about, too? I forgot to tell you about the Great Republican Roast that we're having at Stoney's on July 12th from 6 to 9 p.m.
Yes.
Is we're going to have these rubber tomatoes. We're bringing the tomatoes back. Right? Remember, old days, people used to throw tomatoes at people who sucked, or performers who sucked, or politicians. And so we have these little squishy ball, stress ball tomatoes that you've got one right there in your hand. The cool thing is that you could throw them.
Oh.
Right? That's
You mean like that? Oh, I missed you.
You missed me.
I missed. You missed
That's
too.
the point of it, Mel. So for $5, which goes towards the... supporting these candidates who support, Second Amendment, you buy these stress tomatoes, and anytime during the show, you don't like something somebody says, you don't like somebody that's up there, you could boop them right in the face with a tomato. This is great. This is great. I don't even want to host the thing. I want to sit in the audience and throw tomatoes.
I want live tomatoes.
Oh, shut up. You always have to go too far.
I have to go too far.
Yeah, you do. Not too tall, but too far.
Yeah, you never do. Okay, right.
All right, with that, Mel,
Yes.
we're going to go to the phones. We've got Tim on the line. Tim, welcome to the Double Tap Show, brother.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man. So, the Great Republican Roast, July 12th at Stoney's. You know how you get tickets, Tim? You go to partyrepublican.com. They're $39 for the tickets. And we're going to have a blast. $5 for tomatoes you could throw during the show. Where else can you throw tomatoes, Tim? What do you think about that?
You can throw tomatoes a lot of places, especially now. But before, so let's class your show up a little bit. The new word's going to be derriere. No longer going to be tush.
Derriere?
Mel, I think we're dealing with two geriatric people here who just are stepping and aging them. How old are you, Tim? Like 75, 80?
54.
Derriere, and you're using the word derriere?
No, actually, while I was on hold, I went on Google and looked it up.
You don't use derriere. You don't use tush. You don't use bottom. He's either ass, booty, tail. You could use tail, but that's still dating you quite a bit. No, forget it. Rejected. Idea rejected, derriere.
Gas, grass, or ass. Nobody writes for free.
Yes, that's true, but no. You let me think of the catchphrases. You guys suck. So, speaking of which, who do you want to see get roasted the most at the Great Republican Roast July 12th at Stoney's?
Well, I think McDonald is going to be the key favorite. Roasting by you, the bad boy of Vegas, the one that has been in the most trouble, even though he's done nothing wrong. If McDonald lets you do that, there's a huge feather in his cap, and yours too.
Well, I do get in trouble a lot. I do get in trouble a lot. That is true. But you know what, Tim, that might just be, that might be the right place. There's a time and place for everything, I think. And even cracking jokes, because some of the jokes I've told, man, they have gone viral all over the friggin' world. The one that I did with Mel on the video, call an ambulance, but not for me. That was a joke. Excuse me, that's done like 140 million views. It's funny. And the chicken grease jokes, some people might have been out of shape about that, but it's famous now. Everybody knows that joke. And that's funny. And in the context of a roast, all of it's all game, right?
It's all game. It's all fun. Yeah, you're going to have some harshness. But
it has to be funny.
Well, agreed. It has to be funny. But you're going to have some things come out that people might get offended on. But guess what?
I hope so.
Thick skin it. Okay? It's all meant to be fun. It's not meant to be harmful. It's not meant to be hurtful. You're there to have a good time, to support a cause, and regain relationships that may or may not be lost.
I'll be honest with you. The person that I'm looking forward to roasting the most, it's not McDonald or Jesse Law. It's Mac Miller and Katrine Ivanov. Those are the people I want to roast the most. And if you don't know anything about them, I'm not going to spoil it, right? Come to the show. Come to the Great Republican Roast on July 12th at Stoney's. You can get tickets at partyrepublican.com, which is what we're doing, to really bring in an effort of a younger demographic, get the younger people engaged, and something like a roast. That's absolutely one of the best things you could do to attract more people to your audience. So I think it's a great idea, and Jesse Law and I were having the same thought about a roast, and just so happens that I put these kind of events together pretty quickly, because I do events a lot. But we need to have some fun, and it'll be a good thing to be roasting people with alcohol. Normally we have our meetings and stuff, and it's not really much drinking going on, and I don't drink, but I'll be funnier if people are drinking, right? Right now?
Oh, absolutely.
But I've got a month and a half to write the material. I've got some other people that are going to be writing some roasts. People are saying they're going to try to get me. So bring it. Bring it, sucker. Well, Tim, I appreciate you calling in. We're going to get to the next caller on the line. So on the line here we have, who's on the line, Mark? We got John. John, welcome to the Double Tap Show.
Hey, Nephi, am I on?
Yeah, Johnny Brew.
What's going
the
on,
one
buddy?
and the only Johnny Brew?
Yes, sir. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. If you guys don't know who Johnny Brew is, you don't know anyone in this town. So, what do you think?
I'm a big deal.
You are a big deal, brother. What do you think about the Great Republican Roast coming up July 12th?
I think it's a great idea. I mean, especially if we get participation. If, like you were saying, if Mike McDonald and Jesse Law show up in good spirits, it could be the Republican event of the year. And, but I just hope that 4 days before the Clark County election, people don't get cold feet worrying about poll numbers.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about it. It's not. I'm not interested in just roasting candidates or people who are running. I'm doing this because I feel like people in the party themselves, they need an outlet. They need to let out some steam. They need to release their wiggles. And I'm not interested in just, like I was talking, I don't know if you heard earlier before you called in, that I was most interested in roasting Mac Miller and Katrine Ivanov. That was one.
I mean, yeah, that's some low-hanging fruit, and no offense, but you're pretty low-hanging fruit too. So.
Well, bring it, brother.
I know that, when you're close with someone and when you trust someone, then you're joking around with them and you're calling them a fathead or whatever. Anybody that has a long beard, you call them a terrorist. You know what I mean? Like, you just, but
yeah.
It's done in fun. It's done tongue-in-cheek, and if you have that kind of relationship with someone, that they're really your friend.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to happen.
Going off on you or Mac Miller or Katrine Ivanov or Chris Dyer, it's going to be so easy and so much fun, and they're going to give it just the way they get it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's like the most fun because you know what? Let's be honest. The last couple of years of meetings at the Clark County Republican Party, man, I'd rather go to church sometimes. It's just been drama, and I think we need to have it out. We like I was saying earlier, we need to either go in the back alley and have it out in a fist fight, or we need to do a roast and just get it out, because we need to go into 2024 election with a fresh perspective, and we need to all be reset and reunified so we can get the work done that needs to be done to protect our rights and our freedoms in this country.
Well, I hope it works because, ever since I joined the Republican Party or actively joined the Republican Party, everybody's been talking about unity as we become more divided. And I think that, your idea of having, instead of bringing everybody together to sing Kumbaya, bring everybody together to throw some tomatoes at each other, maybe that'll do the trick. I don't know.
What do you think about the rubber tomatoes idea?
It's a great idea in practice, unless, we end up going crazy.
Well, that's $5. That's why they're $5, because you're going to think twice. Is this the moment I want to throw that tomato? Is it really worth throwing it?
When I go up there and I start destroying everybody and everybody starts throwing tomatoes at me, aren't I going to have 24 tomatoes to whip back at other people?
Yeah, well, that's what... You know what? This would be great video, and I think it's great PR for the program. I would love to have a food fight, but I don't want to pay for the cleanup. So let's just do the rubber tomatoes, and, yeah, you could throw them back. If they're on the floor, pick one up and chuck it.
Exactly.
No,
but it's a great fundraising idea. It's a great down-to-earth, get-to-know-each-other type of thing. Obviously there's some chances to be had. Would Jill Douglas and Jesse Law both show up 4 days before the CCRP election?
Look, there's nothing that's going to be – I want to tell you this. I'll be very clear about this because this is, family stuff. You can show up and get roasted, or you can stay home and get charred. Like, I'm not letting anybody off the hook because they decide, I just won't go and therefore I won't get roasted. No, I'll put up a picture of you on the big screen and we'll do it in effigy. Right? I don't care. We're going to have this roast, and we're going to get some stuff off our chest, and we're going to do it with laughter, and we're going to do it with fun and alcohol and throwing tomatoes. And if you're not going to be there and you don't think you want to be there because you're risking some jokes? Now, come on, man. I mean, this is we want to know what you're made of as a leader, and there's no way that this is going to compromise that at all.
Well, it sounds like blast, and I'll tell you right now, you give me a month's notice and I could write some jokes about you. Just
bring
my
it.
5 minutes on Nephi Kaliki are going to be worth the price of admission.
Well, bring it, brother. I will, listen, Johnny, I appreciate you calling into the show.
My pleasure.
We'll keep you posted. I'm looking forward to that.
If anybody has dirt on Nephi, you could go to the JohnnyBrewShow.com, and that'll bring you to my Facebook page. And you can let me know what dirt you have on Nephi so I could exploit it and rub his nose in it.
Mark, hang up on this guy. Johnny, thanks for calling in, brother. Look, he just used my own platform to solicit dirt on me. But little does he know, all the people that have dirt on me are laying under it. Mel!
Yes?
Are you going to be... Look, here's the balance for you. You're not a Republican. You're, as you say, an American.
Yes. But I have... How much dirt do you think I have on you? I've known you for like 14 years.
Nothing that's going to put me in prison or nothing.
Probably not.
You might mess up a few of my relationships.
Oh, no, you've done that on your own enough. You don't need me to... That's part of the roast now. You don't need me to destroy your relationships. Okay, no, let's not get... Let's do it at the show. I'll tell people all about your relationships.
Yeah, you know the funny thing, Mel, is I'm kind of square. People don't realize I don't drink.
No, you're right.
I've never done drugs in my life.
Right.
I don't have any tattoos.
Right.
I don't have any vices or addictions. And most of the time I stay home, smoke my hookah, and work on, marketing ideas and show content. And
come to think of it, that's right.
So I don't really do nothing.
You're just staying home. So what is wrong with you?
Nothing. I just love my work. I love what I do, and I care about what I do. I'm passionate about it, and I just want to make sure that what I do is the best of my ability. So as far as like doing the Great Republican Roast, I'm really excited about it because this is kind of my comedic debut. I'm always getting in trouble for telling jokes, but there's no difference in the kind of jokes that I've told from a Ricky Gervais or one of the Comedy Central roasts. That's the level of jokes I've told, but it's that I told them in the context of a CCW class at the library. But if I had published the event as a roast and then told the same jokes, nobody would have got upset about nothing.
That's right.
So I think it's a good idea to go and do it in this format, because I think everybody's talking about everybody, and Johnny Brew is just saying that, hey, maybe people are worried about what's going to get said 4 days before an election. 4 days before an election, somebody's going to realize that you were willing to put yourself out there for the sake of the party and for the sake of unity and for people to go and hang out and have fun and feel better after. Look, there's no way not to feel better after having a good, hearty laugh. And I agree with you, Mel. There's nobody in Vegas that could do this roast better than me.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
I can't. Now you got me going. Now I'm thinking about this. I'm going to have to write some material myself then, or is that what we're saying?
What, are you going to send it to Johnny Brew, you little traitor?
Ooh. Now, he did. Could you give me his
no
information again? No. What are you, afraid?
No, I'm not afraid.
I won't you give me the information? Well, I'll get it.
You said you had all this dirt on me. Well, let's hear it. No, not on the show.
Not on this show. I got to wait till July 12th.
Do it till July. Well, when does this become about me?
That's true.
Well, no. So listen, Mel, we got to go to a quick break. But when we get back, we'll take some more calls, and we're going to discuss something else here I wanted to bring up. But before we go, I want you guys to know about Hydrate.Vegas. They are one of our most loyal sponsors. So if this show gets you hot and bothered, then you need to hydrate. You need to grease up your bones and grease up your joints and clear out your system. Mel, I had no idea how important hydration was because I had sore body and sore muscles and stuff. And the guys, Gene and his wife down there, they were kind enough to introduce me to it, and it works 10 times faster than water. So twice the effect, half the water. So we're going to remind you, go to Hydrate.Vegas. Check those guys out. They're awesome people, and we'll be back in just a minute right after the break.
It's the big deal of the day, sponsored by Big O Tires.
I'm Dave, the district manager of Big O Tires in Las Vegas. For a limited time, be road trip ready with our Road Trip Ready special, oil change, tire rotation, and a 22-point inspection for only $44.95. Take that, inflation. Hurry in today.
The big deal of the day, sponsored by Big O Tires, the team you trust. For your nearest location, visit BigOTires.com.
Get more news and pay less at ReviewJournal.com, your award-winning source for local and breaking news. Plus, in-depth coverage of politics, entertainment, sports, and more. The Las Vegas Review-Journal online. News that goes where you go. Unlock unlimited access for only 99 cents for KDWN listeners. Subscribe at mylvrj.com/KDWN today.
In Nevada, anything that goes into the storm drain goes directly to our local waterways, which can pollute Nevada's lakes and rivers. Nevada is the driest state in the nation, and we must work together to preserve our limited water resources for future generations of Nevadans. Here's some waterway wisdom so you can help do your part. Scoop your dog's poop, bag it, and discard it. Clean up yard waste and grass clippings. Wash your car at a car wash or on grass or gravel. Apply pesticides and fertilizers sparingly in your yard. Safely dispose of household chemicals. Clean up leaks and spills. And don't litter. Secure trash in bins. Keep contaminants out of our storm drains. Use waterway wisdom. And remember, only rain should go into the storm drain. Join us in preserving Nevada's waters for future generations by visiting loveenvywaters.com and following us on social media.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Transportation, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Understanding the many things in a mother's life affecting her pregnancy is important. You can help improve the health of all mothers and babies in Nevada by completing a Pregnancy Risk Assessment Monitoring System survey about your recent pregnancy. Also known as PRAMS, the survey is from the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The survey asks new moms about their experience before, during, and after pregnancy. Responses are confidential and used to help improve the health of mothers and babies in Nevada. If you receive a PRAMS survey, please share your story. Learn more at nvprams.dpbh.nv.gov. That's nvprams.dpbh.nv.gov. This message sponsored by the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Triple-digit temperatures mean summertime has arrived. Odyssey's Summer of Safety brings you weekly tips for man and man's best friend. Limit exercise during hot hours. Avoid strenuous activities during the hottest parts of the day, as pets can quickly overheat. By the pool, at the lake, in the car. Stay safe this season and make the most of your summer. Summer of Safety, brought to you by Finley Toyota.
Hi, I'm Diana. As a veteran, I know that for many servicemen and women, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. Because I too struggle with the invisible wounds of service. Thankfully, I found American Humane's Pups for Patriots program, which brought Sam into my life. Before being paired with Sam, I didn't get out of bed for most days. Pups for Patriots and Sam literally changed my life. Now I'm able to go to the store without having a panic attack. I'm finally able to live my life the way I want to live it. Pups for Patriots provides trained service dogs to veterans like me at no cost. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots service dog program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
A message from American Humane.
On Facebook, I saw someone posted...
It's going to turn you into a zombie.
Created by the government.
They're going to plant a chip into your body.
It's the mark of the beast.
This is fake.
Misinformation is just about as bad as the pandemic itself.
This information is easy. You don't see the harm it does.
COVID taught us health matters.
Stop the spread of misinformation.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and aired in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
1015 FM KDON.
You gotta know when to draw down, when to call the law down, know when to move and know when to shoot. You better move for cover. In the middle of a gunfight, there's no time to be a hero till the shooting's done. All right, we are back. Mel, I can't wait.
Oh, yes.
Those of you just joining us, we are talking about the Great Republican Roast at Stoney's Rockin' Country, July 12th from 6 to 9 p.m. I'll be making my comedic debut that night as the Roast Master. And so we're going to get right to the phones. We have a caller on hold. Name is Ed. Ed, welcome to the Double Tap Show.
Yeah. Well, where's that Stoney's located now? It's where's that?
It's at Town Square down South Las Vegas Boulevard, right where the old Fry's used to be.
Oh.
It's a very, very big joint. It's got a big
it used to be down farther. A question, it maybe it's just off topic, but, Jeff German, the reporter for the RJ,
yes.
If he had a gun on him, and I talked to the guy 6 years ago, really great guy. But if he had a gun on him, do you think he'd be alive today?
I would hope so. Having a gun on you and being able to use it effectively in self-defense isn't a guarantee.
Yeah, I talked to him about 6 years ago on some story, kind of a little piddly story. But I'm going to be there at the event. And thanks for telling me. Town Square is pretty neat. I get down there once in a while.
So you're going to go to partyrepublican.com. So it's the flip side of it. The Republican Party. Party Republican is how we party. And so that's where you go to get tickets. And it's going to be a blast. Stoney's is a huge venue. They, big floor. They do, a lot of big name concerts over there.
I get out there to the Apple store once in a while, unfortunately. But that's great. And just a little pocket gun might save people's lives.
Absolutely. I carry a revolver upside down in my pocket. I never carry it straight up. It's always upside down, and I would fire it upside down from inside my pocket. Now I also carry a regular appendix carrier. But anything that you have that you can get to is the most important thing. The key is, can I get to it, and can I get it presented or deployed quickly? And,
keep up the good work. Hopefully, with your efforts, we can save more lives of beautiful people. And
I appreciate that, Ed. Thanks for calling the Double Tap Show, brother. Day. Yeah. Make sure you come up and say hi to me at the event. That'll be fun to meet you. So, Mel, it has begun. Right? We're starting it off. We're making the announcements. We're going to get people out there, and more people going to get involved in this event. And you know what? There's never been anything like this since I've been in Vegas, and I've been here like 28 years.
I don't remember anything like this, and I've been coming to Vegas for 51 years.
Well, you live here.
Well, now I do, but when I used to come here all the time. Oh, I get your point. But no, I've been coming here. I've never remember anything like this. There have been roasts. I love roasts.
Now you were telling me earlier about some of the other roasts and how they made the careers of a lot of really famous people.
Well, the famous roast of all time on television, of course, were the Dean Martin roasts that everybody watched. They were great. You remember them, even though you're not old enough, right?
I've seen them on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forget
you watched
that
them
now.
live.
Yeah, I watched them live. Yeah, well, not in person live, but yeah, of course. They were great, and they were funny. They were topical, and they were great people on them. And you said made careers. Now the new ones now that are on they're still funny. They're great. They're not as good as the Dean Martin ones, So if anybody wants to do that, they got to be on YouTube. Oh, I'm sure you can watch it anytime you want.
Well, we're gonna be producing this roast.
Well, yes.
It's going to be an annual event we do at Stony. So once a year, we're going to get together and we're going to roast each other. And it'll just get bigger and better and more fun. And you know what? We need it because we can't attract any new members with this bull crap that's going on. Nobody wants to sign up for Jerry Springer party. You know, because that's kind of what it tends to get into is the bickering and infighting. And I'm not inviting anybody to that, but I could tell you that to the Great Republican Roast, I'm inviting all 23,000 of my students. And I'll say with confidence, come and support me. Come see me in my comedic debut and come hang out. I can say that with confidence to people to come see me for this event. But to tell you, hey, come to the Republican Party, but I got to warn you, I'd rather invite them to a multi-level marketing meeting than to the CCRP because of the drama. And I think that this is a great way for us to address it once and for all and get the Go team, you know, the unity thing like Johnny Brew was talking about, absolutely an important part of it. But how you do that matters. And I think we need to have a dust-up, and we can either use our words or we can use our hands. And obviously I prefer that we use our words and we turn it into an opportunity to have some fun. Look, man, if people laugh, we've won.
Oh, God. Yes.
And that's why the person that does it has to actually be funny. And I don't know, I just, like you said, Mel, I don't know anybody else that's going to be funny and that knows the ins and outs of the party to be able to crack jokes like this.
Oh, so, you will do it.
Say what?
You will do it.
Will.
You've been doing it, but never in this type of format. This is perfect.
Yeah, I've been sprinkling it.
That's a good way to put it. But you've been doing things like this for a long time.
Now you're going to get a 7-course meal of it.
That's a good thing, too.
Yeah, it is going to be a good thing because it's going to be funny. And there's a lot of people I cannot wait to get roasted on. Mac Miller, Katrine Ivanov, Michelle Fiore, Victoria Seaman, Margaret White, who had a show on this station as well, Annie Black, Michael McDonald, Jesse Law, Susan Prophet. Like, these are characters within the party that would just be it would be a sin, Mel, not to roast and have some fun. And you know what? I'm game too. You can roast me. Look, just you better bring it. It better be funny. It better be funny. I don't care if you talk about Afghans or terrorist jokes or whatever. I'll make some myself. It just got to be funny, so bring it. This is a good thing. And I want to give a shout out to Michael McDonald and Jesse Law for being true leaders to really step up and be good sportsmen and willing to participate in something for the greater good of healing the party and some of the drama that's gone on and getting us all riled up and fired up for 2024. So congratulations, you guys. I look forward to seeing you. If you want to get tickets to the Great Republican Roast, it's going to be at partyrepublican.com. They're $39, and for $5, you can add however many tomatoes you want. So you could throw them at me or throw them at some of the other speakers. I mean, where else can you throw some tomatoes at somebody? So before we go, we want to remind you, you need to get your CCW permit. And during COVID, everybody rushed to get their permits because they felt an immediate need. And they had to wait 120 days. So take care of it. You don't have to carry right now. But if something happens, you need to be able to throw it in your belt or throw it in your purse. And so that means you need to get your permit right now. So we'll take care of your classes. We do them 4 days a week at VegasCCW.com. It's $114. You get free renewals for life. We have comfortable couches, coffee machines, and I'll take good care of you. So get your butts down to VegasCCW.com, making the world a safer place, one little bitch at a time.